Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We're excited to have Peter Suneson here. He's with Walking Mountains, and each week we learn a different lesson about science and nature. And you thought you would turn it to a hot topic right now. We're hearing that the mountain lions are on the move.
Exactly. And, this is kind of our PSA, our announcement that, we do share this habitat with mountain lions. So, they were probably here before we were. Yeah. So, just to kind of go over those basic interaction rules and then to give, a little bit of a brief description of the mountain lion as well.
You know what? I've been here a long time. I've never personally seen a mountain lion. I've just seen them in pictures and everything. So you may not run into one, but you may. And if you do, you have some advice for us.
Exactly right. And, I'm on the trail 4 days a week, summer, winter, fall. I've never seen a mountain lion either. So I generally tell people mountain lions have seen you. You might have not seen a mountain lion. So the first thing you want to do, if you do see a mountain lion off in the distance, it's not going to interact with you. If it's heading away from you, let's just leave it alone, maybe turn around, head back to the car. Don't alert it. If you see one that it sees you, you're looking at that mountain lion, it's looking at you, what you want to do is you want to get big, pull up your jacket, and then you want to get crazy. You want to let that mountain lion know that you are not prey, you are actually aggressive. You are more threatening than that mountain lion is. So that's when, if you've had a bad day at work, you start yelling and just let loose, give everything. So here are some shots. This was from actually last winter. This is a Buck Creek Trail, a couple wildlife cams that we have that captured mountain lions. So they are, active in the area. They're most active from dawn to dusk. From dusk to dawn. So they are primarily nocturnal animals. You will see them in the early morning hours, sometimes during the day. Generally, they stay hidden when we are most active.
Okay. Wow, it's pretty amazing that you can capture this footage on your wildlife cams.
Exactly. So, a lot of the things we're hearing about in the news today with the dogs, the tragic story of the dogs, what you really want to remember to do is that a small dog does look like prey to a mountain lion. So, you want to make sure you bring your dogs in at night. Let's not leave them in the backyards. That's kind of an enclosed area for a mountain lion to come capture. They can jump up to 14 feet.
Wow.
14 feet high. They can lunge up to 28 feet if they're in a full sprint. So they're pretty incredible animals. They're not designed for a long chase. Sometimes you see those National Geographic videos where a lion in Africa is chasing a gazelle for miles and miles and miles. Mountain lions are ambush and attack predators. So they really want to lie in wait till you're about 2 meters away, till the prey is about 2 meters away, and then they jump and pounce. If they start their attack from 8 to 10 meters away, the success decreases to about 20%.
Okay, well, let's take a look at some of the skulls you brought in here and let people know what the mountain lion skull looks like.
So first we'll start with the mountain lion. This is our biggest, and what you notice is that it's pretty small. It's not a large skull for such a large animal. Most of their mass is concentrated in huge hind legs for running and jumping, and then also their forepaws for grasping. So you see those huge canine teeth, and what's really neat about those canine teeth, if you take a deer vertebrae, so this is a
deer vertebrae.
A deer vertebrae. These mountain lion teeth have adapted to pretty much fit right into those vertebrae. So with one kind of jump, mule deer is the primary food source for mountain lion in this area. So with one jump, a mountain lion is going to jump onto the back of the neck, and with one bite should be able to sever that spinal column. And kill
All right, and then now if we are looking for traces, if you see footprints, here is a paw print of what it's going to look like.
And a good thing to notice on this, you'll notice fur. Sometimes, with big dogs, you'll see fur prints around the paw prints where the pads have hit. So you'll see fur, and then you'll also notice an absence of claws. All felines have those retractable claws, and if they're not climbing or they don't need them, they will walk with their claws retracted. So you don't see those claw marks that are distinct from coyotes, dogs, foxes.
And then another source is the scat. You must have taken this from the scat drawer. Okay, so
I did.
What the scat drawer, scat looks like.
Exactly. So, and what you want to look for a scat is a tapered end. All carnivores kind of come to a point, a tapered end. And with mountain lions, you will always see fur wrapped in it because they are eating little furry snacks. So, if you see a good size, a medium to large size dog scat comes to a tapered point with fur wrapped in it, you're probably looking at a mountain lion.
Thanks for the info today, Peter. But get large, get crazy if you run into a mountain lion. And if you do so, report that also to the police so they can let the Department of Wildlife know. We'll be right back with more Good Morning Vail.